Well, I just saw a video on YouTube saying the top 13 signs that a girl doesn't like you. Well, funny, but at the end of the day, the girl said it with a smile on her face, and she was like, "Well, happy and prissy, and this is really fun." And yeah, what the hell? No, here's the top 13 facts as to why men do the weird and outrageous shit that we do. Number one, um, guys, we have feelings. We're a hard exterior on the outside, but we're mush on the inside. We actually hurt more than women give us credit. Um, so in the long run, if you sit there and you think actually, playing with the guy's emotions and and think that we don't feel and that we don't hurt and that we don't cry, that's a lot of crap. I've seen guys commit suicide from getting dumped by a girl. I've seen other guys do a lot of really weird things due to being socially rejected and finding out that a girl they liked didn't like them back. Number two, a lot of the guys who usually get rejected by women come from dysfunctional homes and rough family backgrounds, which means 9 times out of 10 they're not really equipped with the proper social skills or the proper means of getting by in life. So there are so many different things that men are not taught due to either A, lack of fathers, B, moms are not taking the time to tell them this stuff, or C, they encounter a lot of physically attractive girls that are pretty on the outside, but they're very ugly on the inside. And 9 times out of 10, society as a whole teaches a guy to judge a girl by her outer appearance. When in reality, this is a total load of crap. Number 4. Women have way too high standards as to what they like and what they don't like. Also, 9 times out of 10, when a nice guy goes to a bar or a nightclub and you see physically attractive girls that are really, or girls that are seemingly pretty or seemingly charismatic and cool, acting very heartless and cliquey and weird and social and have a social dynamic all their own with a certain group of people, the guy feels very intimidated and pretty much standoffish and scared and hurt because he's already quit before he even said hi to you. Number 4, you didn't really take the time to get to know him. You chase after a guy with chiseled abs and who's basically a Backstreet Boy clone, or basically another altered version of Kid Rock, who most dads and uncles and guys over the age of 30 want to punch in the face. You set up all these complete retards, and then you automatically expect the world to sit down to sorry. And then you automatically expect guys to sit there and be mind readers and to be exactly what you want. And the very thing that you're chasing after turns out to be a total moron. And the nice guy you treated like crap and rejected and pushed away turns out to be the very thing you needed. On to the next one. You never take advice from the positive women in your life. Older women in your life, the ones who've been around the block, who are young and pretty like you, who had the body, the face, everything, the whole 9 yards, who were once a dish themselves. But, Father Time caught up with them, and they went from looking like you to looking like what you see right in front of you. They're trying to tell you while you're still young and you have your looks, enjoy it, and let your beauty and your physical beauty be enjoyed by somebody who would appreciate you. There's no shame in that. Number 4. The way you act now and the way you treat your body and your health and your diet, everything you do will catch up with you. Also, karma's a bitch. Karma will catch up with you one way or another. These are all factors that guys take into consideration. You see, it takes the average nice guy who gets hurt and used and looked down upon and treated like crap, you know, by a lot of girls. A lifetime of pain, a lifetime of crying themselves to sleep, a lifetime of suicide attempts, a lifetime of feeling like nobody wants them, feeling like a complete piece of crap. At the end of the day, men hurt more than women give them credit for. From puberty all the way to the grave. We're very emotionally sensitive people. The whole male bravado thing is it's bullshit. Next one on the list. Why do men do the stupid things they do? Most importantly, you never give us time to grieve and to walk away peacefully. You always have to rub our noses in things when either A, you're rejecting us, or B, you're breaking up with us. Ever hear the term, what you don't know won't hurt you? Out of sight, out of mind? Yeah. Show a lot more mercy than sitting there dating a guy in the same town as your ex and then kissing him in front of your ex and doing all kinds of romantic things, and meanwhile your ex is still emotionally attached to you, who didn't want to be dumped by you in the first place, has to sit there and watch you in gut-wrenching pain. Yeah. So in the end, something that guys actually want to deal with, guys actually want to face up to that and be forced to look at that, is hilarious. There are jerky guys out there who are abusive and who are just overall deliberately creepy, who make no attempts to be normal, who can help it and do it on purpose. Those guys are assholes, and they deserve whatever they get. And it'll take a lifetime of pain and heartache and being publicly ostracized for them to come to the realization that, guess what? Oh, I need to stop. I'm hurting people. This sucks. But, in the long run, yeah, those guys never learn. Next one on the list. You never, ever, ever give us a chance to prove ourselves when you've already judged us. You never give us a chance to sit there and say, look, see, I'm a nice guy. I'm a romantic. I'm not a creep. I'll be good to you. You've already settled for the guy who's overconfident and very good at manipulating you, who turns out to be a total jerk or a user, or in general just wanted to use you for sex in the first place. Next one on the list. I stopped naming numbers because I lost count a long time ago. You never, ever, 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 ever listen when the guy who likes you and who's trying to fairly warn you, stay away from that guy. Why? He's a pervert. He goes after anything with boobs. You always ignore the nice guy who's trying to have your back. When a guy warns you about somebody politely and is straightforward with you and says, look, that guy goes after anything with legs. 9 times out of 10, he's telling the truth and he's trying to help you and he's trying to watch your back. So, assuming that he's not having your back and actually treating him like crap is not helping. Next one on the list. You have no sense of culture or history to actually have some integrity to recognize that beauty is only skin deep. You judge a man by his looks and how he doesn't have a perfect body or whatever it may be. Sometimes the very guy you're pushing away is more cultured and introverted and interesting and fun in every wonderful possible way. Sometimes the socially awkward guys are able photographers, poets, musicians. They're good with woodwork and crafting. You'd be surprised at some of the talents that men have. The same guys you push away, the nice guys you push away and treat like dirt, are the ones who could actually open your mind and world up to a much bigger and more wonderful place. and give you an idea that life is not only about martinis, nightclubs, beer, and being socially accepted. What do you do then? Instead, what do? You settle for some jackass who works some office job who's probably going to end up cheating on you with his secretary within about 10 to 15 years anyway. So, to that prissy little girl who said the top 13 sign that she doesn't like you. Yeah, that applies when you're like 19 or 16, but that don't apply when you get older. Women change. People change. The older you get, the harder it gets to find somebody. Sometimes women have babies. Sometimes women make some major mistakes in life. You can be attractive all you want, but if you're a mess, if you have nothing practically to offer a man, we're not sticking around. We're not that desperate. We don't worship the ground you walk on. We're not dumb. In the long run, we'll be okay. I said every prissy young girl out there, take into consideration, I'm not woman bashing at all. I'm not. Women are our most precious commodity. Hell, you can grow a human life inside of you, and that's a beautiful miracle of life. What I am saying is, be kind to the male species. Stop being so harsh. Be more open-minded. If you want to take advice from an older woman who knows better. Do not take advice from some prissy teenager on YouTube who barely has experienced life at all. And how that girl gets paid to do what she does is beyond me, because her advice sucks. If I were some desperate teenage guy, I would be crying and bawling my eyes out and would be needing a hospital right now. But I'm not. I'm a guy who knows better. And I'm far more interesting than any other drunken douchebag that a girl would give the time of day over me. Hell. Just take a look at me.